Hello and welcome to another video game story time with me, Sky Fellowship. Today's episode is going to be called When DLC Fixes a Game. Now, there's a lot to touch on here immediately. Obviously, in an ideal world, games would come out and they'd be absolutely perfect and everyone would love them, but like that's a complete not fantasy. Someone's going to hate something about something, you know. And with this game in particular, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, to be fair, maybe it's just Super Mario Wonder. It might have dropped the Bros. I'm gonna have to check now. It is right good. It does have a Bros. But anyway, when it came out, it was beloved by most everyone and hated by very few. And I was in the very few. And it's hated is definitely strong. I know it's strong, but it didn't grab me anywhere near as much as it grabbed a lot of people. And the thing that really got me is, it was one of those Emperor's New Clothes moments, because everyone was like, oh my god, this is so much better than the new Super Mario Bros. Games. And I'm like, this is the exact same as the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Like, they've added obviously some badges and stuff like that, but the actual moment-to-moment level design feels like it's in new Super Mario Bros. To me. I didn't really get anything at all, for the most part, out of it that made me like wowed at all. Until you finally get to the Wonder sections. And the Wonder sections are actually pretty fun. And there's something unique, and it's like, oh yeah, finally we're getting something actually new here, something wow-worthy. The problem is, on a lot of levels, they sometimes last like 30 seconds. There's a couple levels that I think the Wonder section lasted me 10 seconds, because it just basically puts you in a room and you have to collect a bunch of coins, and like, the Wonder sections are absolutely magnificent, but they are, it's not even a case of always leave them wanting more. They've left me nowhere near wanting it, like having enough. I can't speak today, I truly can't, but hopefully I'll try that again. They have left me wanting more, but in a way of, not that I want more, not that I'm being greedy, but that I'm thinking there was nowhere near enough of that. Like, I'm not even close to satiated with the amount of Wonder. And that became a bit of a problem, because then it basically meant I felt like I was playing, I mean, this one here, that I was messing up, and I still did it in under 20 seconds. If I'd actually timed my jumps right, I could have done that in under 10 seconds, I know I could have. And bam, that's the entire Wonder done, for the entire level. And that's what I was trying to see. I ended off cutting myself off. It's why I do recognise these aren't fully new Super Mario Bros. Deluxe levels. But for the most part, when the Wonder's not there, they just feel like traditional 2D Mario levels. Like, I've been here, done that a million times, and I really wasn't that impressed with it. And I kept wanting more of the Wonder stuff and wanting actual full levels of the Wonder. And I'll be honest, I never finished the game. I got most of the way through World 5. And when the DLC came out, I actually tried to pick it back up again. And I was really, really fucking struggling. I just could not manage with figuring out what I was doing on the world map, because the world map is actually something else that I had a huge problem with. So I might as well go into another level and just play it while I'm talking, because I do want to show the DLC off, but I am building to it. That's the whole point of video game story time, even on days when I can't speak. But I feel I've recovered it okay until the waffling started here. So when the DLC came out, I was, as I say, trying to get back into it, and the world map, that was one of the things I really didn't like about it as well. The world map was so boring and basic. Everything was like, you found a secret, here's some purple coins. You found a secret, would you pay me some purple coins? Hey, look at this, the bridge is out, pay me some purple coins. Look at this, purple coins this, purple coins that. Considering we used to have Mario Bros. 3, where you would actually have to find literal secrets, and you would have to find hammers and figure out where to crack on the walls. There's so much in modern day Mario that you could do with a world map, and they've phoned it in and made it the most bare bones fucking minimum basic ass thing. And I was like, I'm not enjoying this. I was also, when I came back to the game, I realised that as much as it's bare bones and basic, I had absolutely no fucking memory of what I'd done, where I was going. So I was like, did I actually find all of the levels in World 5 here? And basically, after playing for half an hour, I was getting so frustrated, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking start this game again. Because I have to come at this from a new game. I have to. I can't go into it with all of this negativity because I'm trying to actually enjoy it this time. I really didn't enjoy it last time, and I've heard good things about the DLC. I've heard good things about the whole Bella Bell Park stuff. Now, granted, most of the DLC is local multiplayer things that I would absolutely love to be able to play in any way, shape or form, but I have no one to play them with in the local multiplayer shape or form, and for whatever reason, we are back to Nintendo going, you know what? Online gaming doesn't really exist. Like, we understand you want to play Smash Brothers and Splatoon and Mario Kart, but no one's ever going to want to play these online, so just, yeah, local only. And it's like, okay, so can I at least have local only and, like, put a bot on or something, you know? Games used to have AI, you used to be able to have bots running around doing things for you. Is there any chance? Nope, none of that at all. So I've just got all of this DLC that I can't actually access, and a little bit of DLC that I can actually access. And that little bit of DLC has kind of fixed the game for me. And I can't explain it. I mean, the world map is still boring and basic. But first up, I thought the game looked rather bland and vanilla, with the exception of the wonder segments. I thought the game didn't look that great. When it came out, it was a decent enough game, but I was like, yeah, this is clearly on dated hardware. This looks stunning. To the point of, I definitely want to Wonder 2, because I want to see what this team will do with all of this, and I'm going to get to a lot more positive things soon. But I am eventually going to go in to this DLC level here. This is the only boss I want to show off. I don't want to show absolutely everything off, but if you want to avoid any boss spoilers, then now is probably the time to essentially look away, but I might end off actually describing the boss. But I'll try to be sparse with that as well, because I don't want to ruin any of that, because it's not your basic jump on an enemy 3 times thing. So, but anyway, I'm jumping the gun, and I'm hoping I can actually remember my train of thought. So, with the DLC, they can't fix the world map or anything, but the visuals, absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe how good the game looks now. And I want to see a Wonder 2, because I want to see one actually built from the ground up on the Switch too. Also, the fact that this now runs at 120 FPS, it's the crispest, most amazing feeling 2D Mario game. It went from feeling just like every other 2D Mario game to now feeling like something truly unique and special. And it's purely because we're not used to playing Mario games at 120 FPS. I'm fully aware of this, but it feels really fucking good. So the moment-to-moment gameplay no longer feels like New Super Mario Bros. To me. And then we've got sections like this, where now we do actually have full levels where the wonder effects are just here. And they've added a new power-up as well, which is this little plant pot here. I fucking weirdly love it, and I don't know why. It's something so simple and basic, but I absolutely love it. It is already something I'm really, really enjoying about the game, and I'm enjoying how you use it, and some of the ways that it's teaching you to actually attack from above and that, and yeah, it's got some very cool things about it. Yeah. And I now really want to see a Mario Wonder 2, as I see it. Not just for what they can do graphically, but it seems like, as much as this was a well-received game by a lot of people, over time, more people are actually coming out against it in the same vein that I was, where it was like, it's not like an awful game, and I don't absolutely hate it, hence why I said earlier when I said hate, it was too strong a word. It was just one of those, I guess, things that you say, but I was so unimpressed with it, and so blah, and so bland, and I'm like, I'm just, despite this being the one that's supposed to be about the wonder, it's kind of forgettable to me. And already I'm starting to get a lot more out of it, because now all of the colours with the HDR pop, all of the gameplay is feeling really, really crisp. All of the wonder effects that are on these levels here, and the fact that this boss is an actual boss fight. In Mario, we are all kind of taught, probably 90% of the entire franchise's bosses is jump on their heads 3 times to defeat them. Or 3 times a phase to defeat the phase. Or anything like that. And even the ones that are slightly unique, like throwing Mecha Koopas at Bowser in the End of Mario World, or jumping on a flag to kill Bowser, or like some of the unique 3D bosses where you have to like climb on a mech and to be able to slam down. Even those ones are a little basic. This is actually a multi-phase boss, and I'm genuinely impressed with it. It's this part here, obviously a little basic. I can either jump on the head or I can attack it and that. But then Wendy starts to move, and a lot starts to happen, and it's all while the wonder effects are going on, and it's just nice that for once I didn't go straight into a boss fight knowing exactly how to succeed. And yeah, I didn't fail, but at the same time, I'll remember this boss for a long-ass while because I always loved Wendy anyway. And Wendy's just had like this amazing pufferfish glow up here. And hilariously, I died obviously while I'm in the middle of fucking talking about not dying. But again, I'm focusing on the game and that. But yeah. And sorry, focusing on what I'm saying whilst playing the game, whereas before I was just able to, you know, focus on the game. Which, not surprisingly, having focus tends to help when playing anything. But it's not just these that they've added. They've also added in a bunch of badge training missions, essentially. And because of how crisp the gameplay feels, because of the 120 FPS, even doing those challenges was actually severely fun. And I couldn't believe, like, I am still very early on in it, but it took me weeks to actually get up to World 5 on this game. I was really struggling to want to play it. Every time I turn it on, I'm feeling like this is just a slog. This is so boring, and I'm just not having fun. And already, instantly, like a switch has been flipped. Everything about the game, the colours pop, the music was always good, but the colours pop, and now I could actually appreciate the music on top of everything else instead of just the music being kind of the only good part about it. But even then, I actually had an awful setup, and I could barely hear the music back then, so now with my new setup, the fact that I could actually hear the game fully has definitely helped it as well. So even though that was a problem of my own making, it has still had a weird glow-up effect. And on top of that, the gameplay's had a glow-up effect, and all of the new things that they've added in. And yeah, I'd love to be able to play some of this multiplayer stuff that I'll never get the chance to be able to play. Seriously, Nintendo, why do you hate online gaming? I don't get it. Let us play these fucking things. I know some of them would probably, like, work really badly if you get any form of lag, but you installed an Ethernet port on your consoles because you understand that online is actually important to people. So why do you not then let us play it online on most of your fucking first-party games? It's maddening. But yeah, give us a sequel. Give us a bunch more Wonder. Give us Wonder all the way through the level. And I'm not trying to be greedy with this. And I'm not trying to say I want 80 brand new, unique levels where Wonder effects are happening all the way through. I fully understand sometimes less is more. There are a couple of times where the Wonder effects do only last a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? That was because of what they were trying to convey. That is kind of perfect. But at the same time, I'd love a couple of levels per world where it was just full Wonder all the time. I'm actually genuinely impressed by this DLC, and it's really fixed the game for me. If you were in the camp like I was, where it was kind of like boring and banal, and you were thinking, why would I ever pay the money for this? I think you kind of might want to pay the money for this, because seriously, it really fixes it in so many ways that I didn't... Even the pacing... I'm glad I started a new file after all, because the fact that by the time I was midway through World 1 here, I was already getting new stuff. It's all been integrated so seamlessly. This is absolutely magnificent. The fact that, again, and I know I'm cycling and I'm circling and I'm saying some things more than once, but I can't reiterate enough. The fact that most people were happy with this game, and they actually went out of their way to take on all of the negative press that people who weren't happy with it, and they've addressed all of it with the DLC. So I could only imagine the people who've always loved the game might love this even more, and the people who didn't love the game might actually now really love it, like I do. I cannot believe how much fun I am having actually playing this, and yeah, again, I'm at the point where I want a Wonder sequel now. I truly want... before, I was like, oh yeah, this is just going to be yet another new Super Mario Bros. Thing, and we'll get Wonder 2 and Wonder 3, and I don't really care. I suddenly care. I actually suddenly really care, because if they're already looking at what they can do with the bosses, and I'm really, really hyped now, thinking what the hell they will actually do if they make a Super Mario Bros. Wonder 2. So, yeah. Until next time, this has been Sky Fellowship. I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to go continue playing this, because it's just really fucking fun.